Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Thanks for coming by today. It's that time. It's that time already because we're going to be talking about my reading plans for February already. Crazy town. But yeah, it's here. January's just about over. Just a few more days. So yeah, let's talk about my plans. I got my usual stuff here. Sort of, you know, book club stuff, some events going on. Everybody's got some fun events. It's going to be a good month. And it's a leap year, so we got an extra day in February. I mean, that's exciting. Alrighty, so let's just get right into it because, yeah, we got a lot to talk about. So let's start with book club stuff. Of course, I've got, you know, my Death by TBR book club. I co-host with Kelly from Kelly Hooked on Books. Our pick for February is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I'm really excited to get to this one. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to spark some good discussion. I'll link the Discord below where you can join, and it's Kelly's Discord, but of course we have a section there for the book club and all the books, all that good stuff. So yeah, I hope that you'll come and join us over there. So Wonder, what I know is, you know, it's about a little kid who, you know, has a disability, has a physical disability, and he's going to public school for the first time. I think he's really nervous and things that happen. So I've heard it's pretty good. So really excited to get into that. For the Shades of Orange Patreon book club, the pick is The Forge of God by Greg Bear. I've still yet to read any Greg Bear. This is a science fiction book. I don't even know what this is about. You know, this is like, if I've got time, I'll definitely get to it kind of thing. Kelsey's Midnight Book Society book club pick for the month is Grim Memorials by R. Patrick Gates. Again, I'm not really sure what it's about. I just write these down and I get to what I get to. You know how we roll here. Brad Proctor's Spinebreakers book club. The pick for February is The Night House by Yonesbo. I've heard kind of mixing things about this one. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing how I feel about it again if I've got time. So we'll see about that one. And then the Dark Arts book club run by Amy Noah Reeves is Alice by Christina Henry. There are some other book clubs. I have not written down everything. As with book clubs, you know, like I said, I've mentioned several times before, just now in the couple minutes that I've been making the video, I get to what I get to when it comes to book clubs. But they also, you know, always try, you know, because I like to support my friends. But anyway, any channels that I mentioned, I will of course link below as well, so you can check them out. I did have a buddy read. I didn't double check with the person yet, but Ollie from Kerwin Ollie and I talked about reading The Simple Plan by Scott Smith. I think we're going to try to make this happen. I will double check to make sure that we'll make this happen in February. Sounds like a good one. I'm really excited about it, and yeah, I think it'll be a fun buddy read too. Just remind you, such a cool step back on that one. What I've known is these guys found like this briefcase full of money. Is it full of money? Yeah, full of money, and they try to keep it. We know that's never a good idea. I think story goes from there. I've heard awesome things about this one. Looks like it's kind of maybe cold weather setting too. I'm not sure. Is this snow around this guy, or is it? Anyway, yeah, I'll confirm that. But yes. All right, let's get into some events. So we've got Folklore February, which is hosted by Cat's Novel Adventures. Again, any channels I will link below where you can find more information about those. This time around, this is the year 2 for it. I'm excited. This time around, she kind of gave us 4 words to kind of help build our TBR, which are mirth, magic, mystery, and monster. So far, actually, I've only got one thing picked out for it, but I'm really excited for it. It's called Black Pearls, A Fairy Strand. This is by Louise Halls. I picked this up at a thrift store last year sometime, and it just sounded really cool. It looks cool. Like the book itself is just sort of physically really pretty, you know. I opened it and the author has signed it and everything. Beautiful, just hardcover with some, you know, deckled edges and little, you know, it's a pretty book. And I think it's kind of dark fairy tales in here from what I remember. So remember the fairy tales you put away after experience taught you that no princess is as beautiful as common sense, and happy endings are just the beginning? Well, the old tales are back and they're grown up. Black Pearls brings you the stories of your childhood told in a way you've never heard them before. So instead of lulling you to sleep, they'll wake you up to the haunting sadness that waits just inside the frosted windows of a gingerbread cottage. The passion that fuels a witch's flight, and the heartache that comes again and again at the stroke of midnight. So it kind of goes from there. It sounds really fun and really interesting. So yeah, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 7 kind of stories in here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's got some really pretty illustrations in here, like that. I mean, how cool is that? Yeah, I'm excited to get to this. And you know, I may pick up something else along the way, but I'm definitely gonna get to this for Folklore February because you know, I like to support my pals. So yeah, that should be fun. Okay, there's also the We Love Jenny Readathon, which is hosted by Christy Lewis Dostoevsky in Space and Tiffany over at Beautiful Minutia. They've put this together as a sort of, you know, memorial and remembering Jenny's channel, or not Jenny's channel, Jenny's life and everything that she meant to us here on BookTube, and you know, from her recent passing. And so they just want to put something together to you know, yeah, just remember her. And there are some prompts, you know, but basically the gist of it is just to read something that either Jenny talked about and made you want to read it, or, you know, whatever, something like one of her favorite books, you know, something like that. Just spend some time, you know, remembering Jenny and reading some books that she loved, authors that she loved, whatever, that kind of thing. Okay, so I've got a couple of things on my list so far. You know, again, I may or we'll get to what I get to, but I know that she loved Wilkie Collins, and I've yet to read Wilkie Collins. I know. So I'm gonna try to read some Milky Collins this month. I put down The Haunted Hotel. I think I'm gonna start with that one. It's a shorter one. You know, I really want to read Woman in White, but that book's really long. And let's just be realistic here, you know. So The Haunted Hotel, I think a little starter for me to get me into some Milky Collins, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to get to it. And there's also YN, or Your Name, by Esther Yee that I want to get to. This was a book that she read. I believe she read it during K-Tropathon, which is how I found Jenny's channel. And it's when I just fell in love with Jenny's channel. So and I know she didn't really love the book. But I think it was definitely with some food for thought, and gave her, you know, some things to think about. And this one, I was like, I gotta read it, check it out. Haven't yet, so I think I'm gonna try to do it this time. And what I know is a sort of commentary on sort of fandoms and things like that, and it just sounds really interesting, and I think pretty thought-provoking, I think, in that way. Now I might go back and watch Jenny's video where she talked about it too after I read it, to see where we stand on our final thoughts about it. But so far, those are the two things I've got written down for We Love Jenny. Really excited, and just to, you know, have some, you know, memory, you know, share memories of, you know, what people are going to be reading and that kind of thing is what I'm trying to say. I know Tiffany has a spot on her Discord for the Readathon, and people are already over there kind of chatting about what they're going to read and memories and stuff like that. So it's going to be nice. It's going to be a really nice thing, and I sure appreciate Christy and Tiffany for putting it together. So so yeah, again, I'll link their channels below, all that good stuff, so you can find all the info. I want to say, did I leave out anything? Yeah, I'm going to continue my deep dive into the boys also in honor of Jenny. Gotta throw K-pop in there. Okay, so next event, and I think the last event that I've written down anyway, I'm sure there's other things going, these are kind of what's on my radar, is of course my Bloody Valentine. This is year 3, I think, for this event. Run over by Coral over at Pretty Paper Cuts. It's always a fun one. It's a little short week-long event, which I always enjoy. So this is going to run from the February 11th through the 17th, so that kind of week of Valentine's Day. And yeah, so it's going to be fun. I got a few things picked out. So she's got the prompts to read a novella, read a book with a body part in the title, read a book by a Black author, read with a positive word in the title. And then there's like a sort of bonus prompt to watch a movie that's kind of set around Valentine's Day, which is fun. I don't know what I watch. Maybe I'll watch my Bloody Valentine. I don't think I've ever actually read that or watched that. So maybe I'll actually finally watch it. Anyway, so I picked out a couple things. Like I said, some of them will do kind of double duty. That one of them will be Rootwork by Tracy Cross. This is the Conjure series book 1. Ugh, words. So I'm going to use this for the novella prompt and the Black author prompt. It's one I definitely want to get to it. I got it in the Nightworms once upon a time, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm excited. It's historical, which sounds interesting. So the year is 1889, set in a small Louisiana parish deep in the segregated South. Rootwork follows school-age sisters Betty, Ann, and Pee-wee during one life-changing summer, when the three of them head off to stay with their hoodoo practicing aunt, Theodora. a powerful woman feared by the local townspeople. She teaches the girls the secrets of her craft, like how to make hot foot powder and how to whip up some goofer dust to get back at an enemy. The girls delight in their harmless hoodoo adventures until a tragic event involving the town's racist sheriff promises to change their lives forever. So yeah, that sounds really great. I do enjoy a good historical setting. The witchy vibes in here sounds really perfect. Stunning cover. Gosh, oh my gosh. So yeah, I think I'm gonna definitely try to get that one. Sounds really good. And that's gonna work for like a novella and a black author. For a body part in the title, I really like to finally get to Split Tooth. So Tooth is a body part, right? By Tanya Tagak. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm an old lady, y'all. Okay, bear with me. So this is just one that just sounds really cool. It's a mix of like poetry and prose, and there's like some illustrations and artwork in here. Like it just sounds really freaking cool, and I want to read it. So and it's written of course by an Indigenous Canadian author. She's an Inuit throat singer. So yeah. So a girl grows up. I can't read it. This is the tiniest writing. A girl grows up in a Nunavut in 1970s. She knows joy and friendship and the love of her parents. She knows the tedium of the everyday world and the raw, amoral power of the ice and sky, the seductive energy of the animal world. She knows the ravages of alcohol and violence at the hands of those she should be able to trust. She sees the spirits that surround her and the immense power that dwarfs us all. When she becomes pregnant, she must navigate all of this. Haunting, brooding, exhilarating, and tender all at once, Split Tooth moves effortlessly between fiction and memoir, myth and reality, poetry, prose. She conjures a world that heroine readers will never forget. So it sounds like just a really mix of things. It may not be straight up horror, but I don't know. I think it just sounds really good, and I really want to read it. So I'm gonna at least try to get to it. And then, yeah, the next one is a word with a positive word in the title. I picked this one up, Stargazers by L.P. Hernandez. Stargazers itself, I think, is a really kind of lovely positive word, right? And yeah, this is another kind of Nightworms thing. I'm really trying to get through some of these Nightworms books. I'm so bad about actually reading them. This is really just only short, like 116 pages. Yeah. Let's see, remind myself kind of what this one's about. Let's see. So it began with a forum post titled, "My neighbor has been staring at the moon for hours." Dismissed as a poor attempt at fiction, other accounts soon joined, describing family members and neighbors gazing open-mouthed at the stars throughout the night. As the sun rises, the stargazers are changed. Some gather in groups, some destroy, and some kill. The unfolding chaos is familiar for war veteran, now father, Henry Silva. As the city crumples from its center, he relies on old instincts to save his family, but the enemy is all around, stargazers and human monsters alike. As Henry battles for survival, a dwindling online community documents civilization's end, a new beginning perhaps, and what is to come. So it just sounds definitely super interesting. I guess it'll be like kind of like, like formatted like online community posts, like I said. Oh my god. Anyway, and it's shortish, so I'm gonna can I get through all of these in 1 week? I really don't know, but these are what I'm thinking. So it should be fun either way. It's always a fun little event. So again, I'll link Coral's channel below. I do have a little secret vlog. I'll show you one of the books I'm planning to read for it, because it's one physical one I have, and that's Poppy C. Bright's, aka Billy Martin's Wormwood, a collection of short stories. So that's a sneaky peek into a secret vlog I'm going to be doing for the month as well. I'm not sure when I'll schedule that, because I got, of course, my Bloody Valentine is a specific date range. We'll see. We'll figure it all out. But sneaky peek for something coming up in February as well. And that's kind of it. That's kind of what I've got going on. I'm trying to just not do too much, but still, have fun with what I'm doing and in my reading and all that good stuff. So, hi, I forgot a couple of things. I, of course, forgot all about Garbaga's 2.5 wasted weekends. I will, of course, be jumping into that and all of its trashy goodness. This is, of course, hosted by Ollie from Criminali. You know what Garb August is by now. Join us in for the weekend. And then, of course, Kelly Hooked on Books says, From Hell Book Club pick is mine by Robert McCammon. I've got that sitting on my shelf. I'm really going to try to get to it, but I just forgot to put it on my list. So yeah, a couple extra sayings. Hopefully I'll have time. All right. I think this is a good little stack with a couple of extra bits that are, well, I don't have physical copies for, but you know, I think it looks pretty good. I think it's going to be a fun month. So that's going to do it. Let me know what you've got coming up for February, reading wise or whatever else you got going on. Let me know. Any events that you're taking a part in, let me know what you're going to read. Whatever, let me know. I want to know. And again, join us for Wonder for the Dark Death by TBR book club. What's the name of my own book club? Who knows? Anyway, that's going to do it for y'all. Hope you're doing well. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. As always, I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.